What's up? BigHerc916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. We do it over here. I tell a lot of cheek busting stories. I like to make you guys laugh. I like to keep you entertained. But cheek busting can also get you caught up and possibly in your career. We just seen in the weeks past what cheek busting did to Shannon Sharp. And then you have the Dodger pitcher, Trevor Bauer, who got caught up with the female who made up allegations of the R word and basically ruined his career. And he had to go back and sue her after the fact, but the damage was done. Then we have Zion Williams and the female Mariah Mills, want to basically take this man down, and she's trolling him. Check it out.
Now that your NBA career is officially potentially over, that means no money for me.
Now,
Equals no.
I know a lot of guys want to believe that these females are really into them, that they could have intimate relations and not have any strings attached, but some of these females, man, their game plans are diabolical, man. They have a list of various athletes. They know how much they make. They know what kind of relationships they're in. They know where they hang out at, what they're into, and they strategize to go after these individuals, man. And you would think, well, man, they can't be all about that. Well, some of them are. Some of them are. And if they're not taking you down by possibly just accusing you of something, blackmailing you of something, they might have your baby and not give a damn about you. And so the game, man, it's not like it was back in the days when, Larry Bird, Dr. J, and, you might just have a woman said she had a baby out of wedlock and what have you. Everything's social media now. And so it changes everything. The landscape is not the same. And, man, it could be all bad for a lot of these guys. For a lot of these guys, they think they're just having fun. And, maybe they're paying some of these bras. We're probably paying a lot of them. I mean, some of them are paid escorts. But even then, it doesn't indemnify you from the backlash, what might turn around to be, well, I want some more money, and I want some more money, and I want some more money. And I got you on tape. I got you on this. And you're like, literally, you got to walk in there with some spy equipment and scan the whole room for hidden cameras, hidden recording devices. Even if you're in a car, you don't know if they're recording that. And then the DMs, trying to get you to say certain things in the DMs to, entrap you for something that could be misconstrued. So it's just a lot of stuff out there. And I was always a fan of Zion's. I thought the guy had so much potential. I watched his high school highlights. He was a just amazing player, defying gravity, and just to see his career, go to this. And he was already dealing with the weight issues, getting hurt and all this stuff, man. And then the females, man, and like I said, these females are so much more advanced than the guys. Guys might be physically at a certain level of development, but not mentally, man, not sexually. These women are years ahead when it comes to how to be seductive, how to play off their sexuality. Um, it's just what it is, man, and they know at a very age that they can get away with a lot of stuff, and you guys got to be careful. You guys got to be careful. And I don't like to see dudes getting taken down like this. And I guess Tony Busby decided not to take the case. But I mean, dude, there's a lot of other guys who have been taken down and just paid out. You know, I'm quite sure she probably tried to get some money from him before that, probably tried to extort him for something. Um, and you've seen where these guys are paying child support to some of these women, you know, 10, 15, $20,000 a month, and they say that it's not enough. You know, you're making X amount of millions. I want, you know, 50,000 a month. 30. You're like thinking the baby needs that much. A child needs 40, $50,000 a month, and you can't get custody because of how the laws are set up. Even if you're not an athlete, even if you're not a celebrity, if you're getting your paper out here and you're moving and grooving, man, you have, things of value. Even if you don't have things of value, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Even if it's not a situation like this where they're trying to hire an attorney to sue you, they might set you up for a robbery. You might be the man. They rock you to sleep. You pillow talking. They have some dudes come in there. They act like they're, also getting robbed. And the dudes, take everything you got. It's just dirty, man. You talking about your crypto. The girl's like, oh, he's got crypto, this and that. Next thing you know, some dudes are like, oh, we want your crypto. You're like, how do you know I got crypto? Because of her. It's just a dirty game, man. So the trust is horrible, man. And no one who really cares about you. I don't even know what to say about the four-letter word love. I don't know if that even exists with a lot of these situations, because you see the women, and 2 years later, it's like, oh no, I want half. She done had 2 kids, or after 5 years, usually there's a clause on how many years they got to be married, and then they bounce. So, yeah, man. Just be on top of your game. Pay attention. Don't be game goofy. Don't think with your little head. Think with your big head. Use your big brain, not your little brain. And don't act off your animal instinct. You know what I mean? It's like I was watching something. He was talking about like monkeys. Monkeys, they're just they're just acting off of animal instinct. They see some, another female monkey, and they're just going at it, and you can't control themselves. And I know I've been there. I'm not trying to act like I'm this perfect guy, but it's as you get older, you kind of ration things. But even some of these females, you got to think that come around. Is it a setup? Are these plants? Are these females here to gather information, or are they here to set me up? Are they here to, I mean, I still believe like the whole, Kobe Bryant thing, while he was recovering from his surgery, I think that was a play, you know, choke me, do this. And it's like, you're sitting there, oh, okay. And, he's married. He was going to lead the Lakers. I think that was, suspect, man, not to try to defend somebody who does the R word, but man, it's just like, dude, the game is so vicious, man, especially when you talk about money. I mean, this, Zion with his situation, multi-millions, you got people who are trying to make moves in his life, who are trying to control him. And sex is one of the biggest ways you control somebody. You got drugs, and you got sex, and you got blackmail. Those are the biggies, man. Drugs, sex, and blackmail. So be careful out there, man. Watch out with your cheek busting. And man, I know y'all want to have fun, man, but busting cheeks ain't as innocent and fun as it used to be. There's consequences to the cheek busting. Subscribe, share the channel, BigHerc916. The popos are coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh, shit. 16 and never settle for average. Go to BigHerc916.com and pick you up one of the new hats on the website, or message me if you want one of the limited edition t-shirts, because I know you guys ain't average.